The Daytona Cubs' Vince Rainey has a degree in communications. He received a personal message after working for about 13 years with the Daytona Cubs as a vendor. He sold cotton candy, he sold beer, he sold hot dogs, water, what have you. Now, the owner of the Nationals is Mark Lerner, and he said, you know what, you should come with us. You've worked a lot. Come into the organization, we're going to teach you marketing, and we're going to give you a job. So now it appears for Vince Rainey, the time is paying off. He's 25 years old. He also works as a bartender part-time.
He's been working for the Daytona Cubs for 13 years. He's 25?
Yeah, apparently.
Violated Daytona Cubs, turned out violated like 12 child labor laws?
I thought about that. Some of his sayings, ice cold beer that is cold and in ice. Interesting. Hey kids, if your parent is drinking a beer, ask them if you could have cotton candy. Also okay. And high fiber, low calorie. Obviously, I can't do his voice. I have not visited Daytona yet.
No, I'm sure he sounds just like that.
I'm sure he does too.
No wonder he's been called up to the big leagues.
So he's going to move in November. So I mean, look, all jokes aside, I think it's a pretty cool story for the Nationals to do this.
Yeah, so he's apparently very funny. And he engages with the crowd, which is good. He's like and that's great for a vendor. I like those vendors, although it's a fine line between being the clever vendor who associates with the crowd and making everyone super uncomfortable with the game. At some point, he'll go too far. He'll offend 4 people, and the Nationals will have to fire him.
Do you really think that's going to happen?
It's entirely possible.
Oh man, Ben.
But what I loved about the story is the story began after serving countless beers, hot dogs, and Cracker Jack. Now, do you know the words to Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
No, wrong. Gotcha.
Yes, case solved. All right.
It's Buy Me Some Peanuts and Cracker Jack. That's the name of the product. And Michael and I, being, what's the word I'm looking for?
Old.
And assholes. Whenever we go to a game and we listen to crowds singing Take Me Out of the Ball Game, we're like, oh, wait for it. They're going to fuck it up. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. And Michael and I are like, Cracker Jack! Nothing makes you seem more crotchety than insisting people not add the S
at
on
Dodger
Cracker
games
Jack.
You do that?
Yeah, and they do it. They screw it up across the country.
And what do they say at Dodger games?
They say Cracker Jacks. Nobody knows.
No. What do they say to you? Or you actually don't do that?
No, we say it. We mutter it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to get in a fight in a Dodger Stadium. There's like an 8% chance you're going to get killed after the game. So,
Very true.
So God bless getting it right there with Cracker Jack. No, it's a great story. Good for the Nationals. Good
I actually have a
Vince
quick
Rainey.
story about Wrigley Field. My best friend was a vendor there for like 8 years. And
started when he was 5.
Yes, exactly. And he worked at Wrigley for a long time. He never got the beer when he was of age to distribute it to the people. However, he did the whole cotton candy and the water thing. And there's this one guy that you hear not only over the broadcast, but he's so loud when you're at the game. You could hear him on the radio, you could hear him on TV, what have you. He always goes, when he serves ice cream, he goes, "Ice cream! Ice cream!" There's also an Asian lady who apparently has worked there for like 50 years, and she serves peanuts. Do you know how she says peanuts?
Hang on, let's see if I can guess. Peanuts!
No.
Is that pretty close?
No, not even.
Oh, okay, well, do it for us then, Rick.
She goes,
Get in character like you did with the ice cream guy.
she goes, peanuts! Peanuts!
Oh my God, Rick, over the course of your, what I trust will be a long broadcasting career, there are going to be a
Yes.
lot of times when you start to tell a story, and right at the beginning you think, I wish I wasn't telling the story. And this was among the first times for that, I suspect.